Hi, this video is in response to the video made by Steven Malinoff, aka Esteban Antonio and Teresa Kelly, posted under the fake ID of Michael Just, accusing me of various things. He likes to paint me as some sort of bogeyman and mentally deranged, but I like to see myself a bit more, well, you know, quite not like that. Now, I have performed at the local Glam festival on the street, and I've also sung at open mic nights. I'm also guilty of having more than one computer, which obviously makes me an automatically bad person. Oh, and the mortal sin, I confess, I do enjoy a run. I've even been known to run a marathon or two. But moving on, firstly, I do have about altogether 5 or 6 different IDs on social networks, certainly not the hundreds as they have stated. I do use a couple just to keep an eye out for any defamatory posts about me or friends, generally posted by Esteban and Teresa, and I'm led to believe my ex. I've not been banned, but I did recently change my YouTube account ID from my name, as I was posting another video in which I attempted to keep the identities private. It was about love bombing, it was a true based story, so I was not trying to pass myself off as an expert, only share the experience. Now, because of the video made by Esteban and Teresa, I've added a link to prove just what I've just stated. I do not try to destroy anybody that speaks out against me, but only to share information about Esteban and also Teresa. Generally, it is information they would prefer people not to know. Now, I know I'm not under investigation for serious crimes that they accused me of. I was under investigation just after Steven and Teresa moved into my family home with my ex, which after they tried to stop me being able to visit the house and to strengthen my ex's position in the financial settlement by using false allegations and lies, which they are still using even though they are fully aware that the investigation has ended and will never be reopened. I now have been issued with a letter from the Crown Prosecution Service, which they do not usually issue to the alleged perpetrators of any crime. It is out of the usual CPS guidelines and protocol, but because of the continuing harassment and defamation, slander, they have issued me with this letter that shows they are not investigating me. It shows that the investigation was concluded in May 2014. I was never charged, and that was the correct decision. So any allegations there is an active case against me for these crimes is false and basically a lie, as was the allegations in the first place. Ironically, convicted criminal Steven Malinoff, aka Esteban Antonio, at the current time of making this video is sought by police for questioning into crimes he has allegedly committed. Now, we'll go on to my name. I was born David Mark Atherton. Everybody has called me Mark since birth. When I was 10, my mum remarried into the name Fishwick. I was known by the surname Fishwick from 10 to 16. I then changed back my name legally to Atherton for personal reasons. And when I married, I took my wife's family name of Omori. I changed that legally, and I have never ever used any other name since taking the surname Omori. Esteban just uses the name Fishwick spitefully to make me sound dodgy. But Steven, on the other hand, uses various names, and certainly without legal entitlement to do so. And Esteban Antonio is just a made-up character that has no history of being Spanish. Esteban is just Steven's Spanish alter ego, and as Steven has made up a web of lies to embellish this character, rather than just be honest about his heritage, which is actually Anglo-Indian descent, not Spanish. There will be a new website soon for people to check out information and to make up their own minds as to what is fiction and what is fact. It's up to individuals to come up to their own conclusions. As for stalking, it's not me that's gone through people's private photos online just to put them in a video, as Steven and Teresa has obviously done so to find photos of me to put in their video. Lastly, Esteban has referred to me as Jilted John, and as the song goes, Jilted John is jilted by Julie for Gordon the moron. And so the childish retort would be to imply that Esteban wants to be known as Gordon the moron. So in this scenario, if he wants people to refer to him as a moron, I'm quite happy to oblige. Steven or Esteban, you're a moron. See you in the next video.
You have to let the wind, it says in John 3, the wind of the Spirit blows and no one knows where it blows. You cannot put a definition on the wind.